Yep, it's happening. It's probably. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. This was the rumor from the get-go. Battlefield 6 will have a Battle Royale mode. Am I the happiest camper in the world? No. I was preferring more an extraction mode rather than, Warzone, Fortnite, Battle Royale, because I'm just, it is what it is, though. Let's just accept it and then be optimistic, because that's all I got left now. And honestly, I do think, I really only play Fortnite. These clips were from yesterday of trying out Verdansk. Oh my god. Verdansk? Whatever. For the first time again in years of playing Warzone, and it's alright. But anyway, so I really only play Fortnite with the homies. So I'm kind of open to the idea of a first-person Battle Royale mode, to be completely honest. But we need to go over some things here. Now, the first pro I want to get out of the way is there's really nothing being taken away. You gotta remember, the people making the Battle Royale aren't the people making multiplayer. So it's not like we're losing resources, which was always my biggest fear when these kind of things are talked about, where it's like, man, focus on your bread and butter and all that, but it's like, they have so many teams now, so the bread and butter is being made by everyone now, and you don't have to worry about resources going to waste and wasting development time with studios and all that when everyone is on their own, doing their own thing. So it works out there, and I think that's one of the probably biggest pro you can get out of this, or at least, to set expectations and alleviate, like, oh, here we go, like a waste of time and everything, because we wait a long time for games to get made, but knowing that it's not all just, being done by one team anymore. That's the old days. So we can at least get this, out the way, and knowing that, hey man, it's just being done by other people. So we know that multiplayer is still being done with its full staff and full capabilities. That's one thing that needs to get cleared up immediately. Another thing, like I said, is, it's a first-person Battle Royale, which, like I said earlier, I don't really play much. I literally only play Fortnite with the homies. Excuse me. But, yeah, so I'm kind of interested. I'm obviously going to give it a try, no matter what. And I'm just wondering where they could go. And I think they have a lot of potential. First off, one thing I want to talk about is Portal. Now, it's rumored that Portal is coming back to Battlefield 6. Don't know how much, foundation this has as a rumor. I'm hoping it's real because it has so much potential if it's utilized properly. But Portal being mixed in with Battle Royale gives a lot of leeway with what can be done and how you can evolve the Battle Royale genre. I don't know, just riffing here, but I'm just interested to see. I mean, I imagine if Portal is in the game, it probably won't be, in Battle Royale, I'm assuming. I don't know how you would work it if you just have, would it be like a Fortnite scenario where it's just its own tab? I don't know. Where you could just search all the different things and people make their custom, who knows. But if Portal comes into play, sky's the limit, obviously, especially if it's incorporated with Battle Royale. But excluding Portal, they could do multiple different things. It doesn't have to be a traditional Battle Royale, which I think they will, obviously, just because they want to compete with Warzone and Fortnite, and I'm assuming Apex, even though they're owned by the same people. Either way, who knows exactly what they're gonna do. I'm just assuming they're gonna target the Warzone community, because until now, with Verdansk coming back, Warzone, from what I understand, has been pretty meh among the fans. I don't know, I don't play it, but that's why I think they're just gonna kind of play it more safe and just, target that kind of thing, but with its own Battlefield twist. There's still a lot of potential that could be done if you just incorporate a Warzone, foundation on top of a Battlefield engine and game, where destruction is a huge factor. Vehicle play could be extremely good, and, arguably overpowered, but also you're giving, you know, yourself away to everyone on the map. But let's go into more experimental talk. Now, I know this won't happen, but I just can't help but love just, you know, let my brain wander and what could, you know, potentially happen. Because let's go back in time. In 2011, 2012, with Battlefield 3, excuse me, sorry, there was the dinosaur mode. That didn't happen, obviously, but it was all heavily rumored with the Easter eggs and all that. And I would not mind if you mix a Battle Royale, PvPvE, and you got some T-Rexes in there, or just make its own mode like a plunder thing. That would just be fun. I don't know how they haven't done this yet. It's been over a decade ever since people were talking about this shit. It seems like a golden opportunity to have just a fun mode that could get people just to have fun, and it would just be so great. But in all seriousness, let's get into what I actually want from a Battlefield Battle Royale. Pretty much, I just want a more refined Firestorm mixed with Warzone kind of scenario where you just take a basic Battle Royale mode, you slap in destruction tastefully. I don't know how... I would say like a Battlefield 4 scenario. Being able to level everything ideally would be cool looking, but you know, with a one life mode, I don't know. Part of me also just, you know, there isn't much, you know, unless there's a bunch of RPGs laying around, it's not like it's gonna happen that often. So it's also like, why not just let it go? But if there's like attack choppers and shit, who knows? Basically, I don't want... The only vehicle I want are infantry fighting vehicles. I don't really want battle tanks. I don't want attack choppers. I just think that it would be just way too many variables in an already fucking crazy variable fucking mode. I just want, at most, infantry fighting vehicles. Obviously, transportation vehicles, jeeps, ATVs, etc. But, yeah. In terms of vehicles, at most those. And maybe transport choppers that don't have guns. I don't know. But yeah, vehicle side, just that. Now, weapon side, this is where the portal thing could come into play a lot, is just having the most variety of weapons in a game ever. You know, if you mix Portal into Battlefield 6, there's so much potential with just having weapons from 2042, or I meant 1942, but I guess 2042 as well, but fuck that. Battlefield 3, you know, Bad Company 2, all the, like, iconic weapons from each of the games and all that stuff, but, yeah, just have all of those be in the game and stuff like that. I think there's just so much potential with that. It'd be really great. Yeah. Now, the biggest element of Warzone, obviously, is loadouts. Granted, when I was playing Warzone, I don't own Battlefield 6, or, oh my god, Black Ops 6. So I started at level 1. I have no loadouts. I am able to use Modern Warfare 2 weapons, but they are vastly weaker, even fully maxed out, compared to even the ground loot in Battlefield 6. Oh my fucking god. Black Ops 6 / Warzone guns. Yeah, so will they incorporate that? Maybe. I would be kind of surprised if they did kind of just, you know, copy that system, but also not, because it works, you know, especially with metas and stuff. I'm not a big fan of that. I rather, you know, just do a blackout scenario where you can just find all these guns and then you can get the attachments, you know, blackout / PUBG. I rather, you know, do that than your multiplayer grinding applies to the Warzone grind / Battle Royale grind, whatever. In my personal opinion, I would rather it be Blackout / PUBG more so than Warzone. Just, I mean, speaking from my experience, obviously, when I have no loadout to choose from, you're at a severe disadvantage, I would say. Now, obviously, this is all fine and dandy until we just see the actual product itself, and I don't want to get into Debbie Downers, but let's be honest, this could obviously just be dead on arrival, just a Firestorm 2.0, just a lazy, bad design, awful monetization, cash grab. But I'd like to say they're gonna play it safe, or, you know, be smarter with it, and just, you know... I mean, it being free-to-play is already a step in the right direction, because if you remember, Firestorm, you had to buy Battlefield 5 to play. Obviously a giant mistake when every other competing Battle Royale was free-to-play. But, yeah. Maybe it, you know, just showing that it's free-to-play is already showing they're serious with it. I don't know. But, yeah. I'm just hoping it is in some way unique among the crowd. I don't want, you know, Warzone 2 or 3, whatever you want to call it, because whatever, you get my point. We need to innovate here. If you're going to do a Battle Royale mode again, change something. Make it unique. Mix in something else with it. I don't know. I honestly believe they will, just because you have to come with your guns. There's too many competitors in this free-to-play market now. Not even Battle Royale. You got Marvel Rivals. I think that's still doing good. I don't know. I've still never played it. Probably never will. Who knows? Either way, yeah, I mean, that's enough of me riffing, I guess. Let me know what y'all think about the Battle Royale thing. Initially, I was, you know, I'm indifferent about it at this point. It could be good. Doesn't matter to me. I'm more of a multiplayer guy myself, but hey, man, I'll give it a try. Who knows? It could be the next big thing. Highly unlikely, but no. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. Yeah, see ya. I mean, feel free to watch the rest. I'm gonna just leave it in here in case someone was so locked in to this amazing gameplay. Highly unlikely. Who knows? Whatever. Yeah, I'll just let it roll out with no commentary if you care that much. Just for people to, like, not be blue-balled and see the ending of this match. Yeah, later.